Alrighty folks, welcome back. So we've just done a bit of a restart, bit of a retwiddle of everything. We've been moved over to a different stand for the flight. We're on gate 10, or stand 10 now, sorry. It's our friends from Discover, which I believe is a Eurowings thing. Logan's in town, Ryanair, KLM's down from us, and a A319 from BA's. BA's, 99% of the time's on that stand there. Honestly, it's so weird having... Actually, I've not looked... I'm really sorry to get distracted again. What's the front of the terminal like? Is this going to bring back a flood of memories? Yep. So I remember many a time. So, a couple of things. So, every time I'd come back to the UK by myself, I would come out the airport. So, you come out over here. You've got the no return gates here. Greg's, most expensive Greg's in the northeast. What brand is that? Ginger Fentimans. Ah. You come out this door. Hang a right. This wasn't covered at that stage. Over here. And this area here, which is the long stay car park, was basically a free pickup point at the time. So like this sort of ish area here. And then you leave. I've done a recruitment day in... Where's the Britannia Hotel gone? I am 12 o'clock. So that's Britannia. So I've done a recruitment day in this hotel. Shittest hotel in the world. I've also stayed there a night. And I did a recruitment day in this hotel as well. Yep, which was when I went for Thomas Cook. And that's the metro. Metro town, and where goes electro? They actually discharge the overhead current at the metro, on the metro when a aircraft's coming in with an emergency, just in case. Anyway, back to our lovely little 737. So that song I was singing, that's Tannoy Metro musical song. Trust me, it's incredible. Operate the jetway. And we'll go for service after ground handling. We've got a covered little thing here. Hopefully they'll pull up alongside the radars. But that'll do. I've flown from this stand before, I'm 99% sure. Actually, I think it would have been this one, because you had to go down to ground level. But yeah, I have pretty much this photo here of a 737-300, like on one of my old phones. I'm really sorry, I'm just being distracted by how pretty this scenery is. That's a thumbnail right there. Anyway, we'll jump into the cockpit and start getting ready for a flight. So, what I'll do, I'm going to turn display capture on. And then I can... Not turn display capture on, standby one. Yeah, definitely I didn't turn display capture on. No, my pawn's not on the screen there, what do you mean? Nope, not converted yet, which is a shame. Same brief. Oh my god. Yeah, I didn't update it. So this is obviously the last flight we did on the MD-11. What we'll do is we're going to do a new flight. We're flying from Echo Golf November Tango to Ibiza in the Boeing 737-800. That'll do. That's close enough. So that is our flight. We're pretty much just blasted due south, don't we? We're going to the island of Ibiza with an alternate of Valencia. We're on the 7-3. We'll just generate the flight. So that gives us our flight information. Really quick and easy to do that, actually. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to pop this over to the other screen, and I will use this for my little trip. I'm also going to import it into charts, because I use the chart system here, which is quite handy. So we'll look at our origin airport and EGNT, and we'll do That's the airport briefing. Sorry, so yeah, we're here on 10, and I think it's 07 that they're using at the moment in Newcastle. But we'll check the weather. Winds 142. It's just a shit day for weather at Newcastle. A lot of crosswinds. 140 at 20 knots, gusting 31. 07's close, it's a 70-degree offset, so we'll be using 07, so that is departure from down here. So push out, start both engines, taxi around, disappear off down there. Coolio. So back to the aircraft. Hello. I'm going to jump out of full screen mode that I was using there, and we're going to start plugging in flight information. Yes. You didn't see that one coming. I know I've not updated the nav data, that's because I'm an idiot. Route Echo Golf November Tango to Ibiza. LEIB. 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 And we'll leave the... We'll just use Tom. I don't actually know what they even use anymore. Thompson 122 we'll use for our call sign. We're not going anywhere online, so it's no real stress from it. We'll do our departure now. We're departing Newcastle on 07. That means it's a Girly 1 Tango for us. So that is our SID. To a place called Girly. Yeah, Girly 1 Tango. And to Papa 18 to Gasco, which is sort of over the North York Moors. It's basically direct to Gasco, isn't it? No, we go through, yeah, we go past Barnard Castle, which is Tilney, Uvavu, which is the middle of nowhere, and Gasco, which is still pretty much the middle of nowhere. Barnard Castle, of course, a great place to go and get your eyes tested. And if you know that political joke, well done. Papa 18 to Gasco. Papa 16 to Rebel, which should have been direct to, which is just south of Settle, which we'll be going to in trains in the not too distant future, hopefully. Then it's a uniform Papa 16 to Croft. Which is just south of, just north of Manchester, correction. And then uniform Papa 612 to Honolly. Oh, in which case, direct Honolly. Come on, game. And Emily, but predominantly game. Honolly is that one there. After Honolly, it's direct Sittard. So Honolly is Coventry. And then from there, it's direct Sittard. Sittard. And that's vaguely sort of, well, that's over the channel. So just north of Le Havre. And then it's a uniform November 859. And that's down to a place called Sophill. And Sophill is south of Tours, west of Bourges. So if you drew a line from the both of them, it's sort of due south-southwest of Tours, I guess, and due west of Bourges. Sort of near Le Mans and Orleans. Original Orleans, of course. Sorry. Balan next. Balan. And that's November 46, that's about right. And then direct FPOC. And then direct Narek. And then direct Guy. So this is now, Guy is sort of south, sort of correct northeast of Toulouse. That's about right. Lomra. Rokan, and Roland. And then crossing the border at Mal. And that's us entering into Spain, just sort of east of Andorra. And then penultimate airway now. November 859. Okay. Direct Barcelona. Barcelona. And from there, direct Corda. There you have it. Activate that. Execute it. We are just going to pretend boarding's on. You know what? We can just do boarding now, can't we, via GSX? Request boarding. And then we'll go to FS Actions page and quickly line this all up. So fuel first. It's in pounds. I'm going to quickly translate the aircraft to kilos. I actually think... I don't know what these aircraft use in real life, but we're just going to say they use kilos. We'll say there's a Wi-Fi now fitted to this aircraft. This aircraft, sorry. Right, There you go, metric. So we've got FS Actions now, fuel. And we wanted a block fuel. Oh, it's actually giving me it in pounds here. How convenient. 10,609.
Do you want a board crew?
What I'll choose, I'll do 11,200. So it's a slight defueling. Return, payload, and we are flying 159 passengers today. With 3.6 tons of baggage. So we'll do 3.55. So 1.55 correction. And 1. There we go. So that is the fuels and stuff now set up. So I'm going to quickly just do some double clicks to transpose the data across. We're flying at 80. We'll do a fuel reserve 2. And we'll do flight level. Apologies. Actually, it's initial altitude 330. Apologies. N1 limit. I'll do a 24k due out and takeoff. Climb 1 takeoff. We'll do a flap 5 departure. Input our CG across. 5.47 on the trim. Now, one of the things I've noticed, I'm going to talk about this now as I'm scrolling mindlessly. I've been really messing up taxiing and taking off in this sim. So we're instituting star cockpit rules. I used 5.45, that's close enough. And we're now ready to go flying. So our V-speeds are plugged in. What I'll do is we'll plug those in now, apologies. So 151 plus 15 is 166, which is going to be our climb away speed. FD. Initial heading is 068. There we go. And initial altitude is at or above, so we'll do flight level 80. We'll arm LNAV, VNAV. So that's those two armed, and then when I press the toga button there, that'll basically punch us out of here, which is convenient. So the aircraft's now boarding. Let's put our order brakes to RTO in preparation. Hang on, I'm going to quickly disable the GSX ground handlers, and then we can actually have ground handling that looks sensible. We'll release both loaders. I will figure out how to just fully disable that at some point. Yeah, it doesn't accept that. You might not need that. You might want to use GSX instead. Fair enough. So I've released... No, the loaders are now leaving, but they've closed the cargo doors, which is hilarious. Doors. Open cargo front and aft. There we go. We've only got the luggage on, to be fair. As you can see, so I've got most of the second trolley now loaded. I do really like this game. It does just look incredible. Like, okay, the sky's a bit messy today, but that's just because it's a bit messy out there in real life. It's that sort of storm that's hitting the US right now is affecting the UK too. So we're getting quite a bit of rain and sort of misery at the moment. Like a lot of wind, very windy out there today. Like walking home today, I got brain freeze from how, basically not because it was particularly cold, but because I was getting my face blasted by rain, and then the wind was blowing it, so it was like that was what was chilling my face off, basically. I know. So we'll show the punters on momentarily. Oh, there's punters still getting on. You can see them walking down the jet bridge just about. Yeah, I need to install Simlink, which I don't have, so I can't use moving maps, which is fine. But, right, baggage is nearly on, so we're going to start getting ourselves ready. Now, unlike when I embarrassed myself with the MD-11, where I thought my APU was on, but it wasn't. We'll switch the APU on right now. There you go, APU is coming to life, good. I'll make sure it is on before I depart. For cruise flight level, it's going to be 330 today. So I can scroll that up a bit. Packs are on. Hides are going to go off for now. What we'll do is just bang, 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 bang. Just start preparing the aircraft. So because I'm single pilot, I'm doing a different checkers flow to what you would normally do. There we go. That's the loaders disappearing off. So APU's now going to come on bus. And ground power gets put to the off position. Ground services will release the ground power cart. And we'll remove that. Those chocks. Parking brake is applied. APU bleed now comes on. Now, we are not. I'm not going to bother with de-icing because it's raining so heavily. It's just going to get washed straight off the aircraft. I don't think they have the HGS in real life. I am going to use it because I think it's on approach tomorrow, but not today because I don't think it has as much of a use as you feel like it does on takeoff. But that is set. That is set 166. Set. Cool. And yeah, basically everything is going to make a ton more sense when we get actual. Oh God, they're taking forever to board. I'm going to pause it and I'll come back when they're boarded. Alrighty, folks. They're now getting everyone to well, getting us ready for push out. So the game is saying please wait for push out to complete. I'm not going to be doing that today because I've been in Newcastle. It's a long way off any sort of icing conditions on the ground, and it has been for the duration of the day. Like, I wouldn't have needed to worn a coat today if it wasn't raining. It's that kind of temperature. I probably would have worn a jumper, but that would have been about it. So we've got our dispatcher plugging in. Cool. We're just going to start push back. Oh, well, I'll start up now. So, anti-collision light is on. All of the lights remain off. 8 packs can go off now in order for us to get a good engine start. Starting one. Now I'm looking for oil pressure to build. Well, so in N218, fuel in. Oil pressure is increasing slowly. AGT is coming up nicely. And it will be nose to the left, tail to the right, please.
Release parking brakes.
There we go.
Commencing push. Due to icing conditions, please stand by for engine start until push completed and brakes set.
No. So I've got a good start on one already. You can see we've got the a barless push out machine today. Pushback tug, and what that means is basically there's no normally use a tow bar. This just basically hooks around the nose wheel and lifts the nose wheel off the ground, so it's probably safer. It's probably just a different way to achieve the same thing, if I'm being honest with myself here. Right, what we'll do is now go back into the cockpit, and we'll start engine number 2 now, and we'll just monitor that on the. N2's increasing. Oil temp indication. And there's 18. We'll flow the fuel. I'll now quickly just everything is in its place and everything has a place. Right, once we start taxiing, I'm going to shut up talking and I'm actually going to fly the aircraft. Fuel's flowing. I was just starting a bit slower for some reason. Start valve closed. That's a good engine start on the right. AP is now off.
Parking brakes.
Hydraulics go on. Go flap 1, flap 2, flap 5. Yes, head away GSX, confirm good engine start, go away.
Unlocking gear.
Bit concerned that the aircraft thinks that's probably just a pressure change in the aircraft. What is our... Oh, that's the thing coming off. That's quite fun actually, that's a thing. I wish there was a way to look at the weather obs without tuning into the meta. In fact, I can figure it out myself because I know what the field elevation is at Newcastle. No, wrong barrel ref and fiddling. It's going to be really low.
Tow truck disconnected. Bypass pin removed.
That is incredibly low pressure.
Left is clear. Right is clear.
Okay, thank you, go away. So put ignitions to continuous ready for takeoff. Taxi turn-offs. They can all be illuminated. We'll say we've given it enough time to cool down now. I probably haven't, but again, I'm single pilot. There we go. That'll cool off on its own. Everything else is operating as it should. It's time to go flying. There's the pin. I'm now on the auto throttle for takeoff. And can I get this to come off? No, I can't. I literally don't care. I'm using a bit too much power there, but we'll roll away. You can see quite an intense wind blowing just in terms of looking at the windsock. Oh, here comes someone on finals. That's cool. Efferents. Newcastle T, RA. Good job, I noticed that. Flaps 5. Park brakes off for taxi on the runway. I've not blipped it that hard. Okay. Entering the runway. Takeoff lights. Okay, takeoff config complete. Cabin check received. We're ready. Let's go for it. Thrust stable. Toga. Heading 06. Heading 67. $100 knots. Cross checked.
V1.
Rotate. Come on, airplane. Whoa. What's the rate? Gear up. Oh. VNAV mode. We'll do autopilot on. And we'll just do VNAV. Okay, that'll change. We'll leave it in 5 for now. Just whilst we accelerate away. After takeoff items. VNAV motor engaged. We'll go up to flap 1. I mean, okay, we are blasting through some intense cloud cover here. No clue where we are based off that. I could tell you if we were having a good day, weather-wise. But what I will say is we're probably flying right over my house pretty much. Apologies for that. Okay, off. 230 knots. Go clean. And I think I'll call it there. So thank you guys for watching today's video. I hope you did enjoy it. If you did, hit that like button. Subscribe to see more from me on a very regular basis. And until very soon, guys. Bye for now.